Hey y'all, in my efforts to get stuff done, I'm actually here in my altar room. As you all know, before I started working out of the home at the store, I ran my business out of this room. And so, well, the altars are in pretty nice shape because I try to keep my altars. The rest of the room was it's not happening for me and not really being used. So I want to show you all something. I don't really get stuck on possessions very much, but I'm stuck on two things in this room. And I'll show you like the bottom half of the other one. But this is what we have called the dead lady dresser. And if anybody can help me with the dead lady dresser, I greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry, moving notifications. Um, at the bottom, there are three beautiful drawers, and I have the piece for this. I love the figs because they look like testicles. One of them broke off, so I'm hoping to get that put back on, but the actual tracks for the drawers are not supporting the drawers anymore. And this thing is, I don't even know how old. But what I'm doing today is I'm actually taking this and turning it into an all-purpose altar in my altar room. And I don't show pictures of my altars and stuff very much. But in my altar room, um, I have my voodoo altars and I have my Marie Laveau altar, which I also consider to be a voodoo altar. And then that's it. And I always did my work at my fireplace. But I want a place. I want the space for a couple of reasons. The first one being that just some place to like really do my work other than the table in here, which is massive. Look at this table. And it's covered with all kinds of things, including my mini water pipe collections. This is all Trinity's work stuff down there and some flowers that I'm drying for some work. But we getting all this stuff off this table. We're gonna find something for Trinity to put all her witchy astrology stuff in at the store as well as here. And when you live in a house full of witches, there's often the challenge. And I'm looking behind me because there's 3M strips from pictures that as I get on the step stool, that I've hung in my store. The 3M strips are still on the wall. That's the way my life has been since I opened the store. And so here it is almost a year later that I'm finally getting in this room and making some changes. But I've got crystals and different witchy things all over the house. And, my kids also need a place where if they need to do a practice or something like that, a ritual or something, some of the stuff that you do in witchcraft, like I would love to set up here on said dead lady dresser. And this is what we call the dead lady dresser. And then take it, if it needs to continue to burn, take it and put it in the fireplace in the family room. But the great thing about this room is, I know you guys who are friends of mine for a long time remember this. I blocked this off, this entrance from my office, which is also the front room, with 3 IKEA bookshelves that I put on a hinge. So I have the capability of closing the dining room door, which, y'all, I found this up in the storage room, the storage loft in my garage a few years ago. And we redid it. And it was already stained. We didn't have to stain it or anything. We just had to shave down the doorway so that it could accommodate the door, because when they redid it, they were trying for that whole open concept thing, and they took this door out. But I have the ability to close this entire room off and set up this very specific altar space. And I tell people it's really important to have altar space. Now, here, I'm not going to show you the altar up there, but underneath Freda's altar is my china cabinet. And like I said, I'm not really overly concerned with material things. I like nice stuff, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to find more minimal ways to live. But I'm going to tell you, if I ever do get a tiny home, the hardest things for me to part with are going to be this dead lady dresser and Freda's cabinet where I have my family china. But because I plan to use my family china in my tiny home, because I believe in not using stuff just once a year. But I have it and I'm going to use it. But, parting with these things. And these two things, the dresser and the china cabinet and the mirror actually came with the house. and really have loved it, and the table that's in this room. So I really was able to furnish this room with what the old people left. But if anybody knows, I think that what happened at one time, and I don't think this is because of the age of this mirror, but I think what happened at one time was somebody washed this mirror with a solvent, and there's like streaks across it. And I can't use conventional, like ammonia free cleaners to get this fogginess out of this mirror. It's an antique mirror. One day I hope to use it for magical purposes. That's going to be part of the reason why it's here on this altar. I love this marble because it's a natural surface, and it's got some dings and stuff in it where I'm not scared to, you know, set shit on fire and leave stuff burning and just do whatever I got to do here. Thank you. Yes. Mikhail spent a lot of time in my altar room when he came to visit me. So I love this room. I've still got the chalkboards on the back of the bookcase where I can work down spell ideas. The best ideas that I've ever had for this business came in this room. So I just want to I've been looking at it. Oh my God, y'all. I've been looking at it for like really a year. Really. That's how long I've been looking at this room. Like, I gotta, make it. I want it to have the spirit of what it used to be when we worked from here. But at the same time, because, hey, David, at the same time, it's got to be functional for everybody, especially because all of us do some type of spiritual work. And, we don't do that in our bedrooms, and that's another thing. I just wish we was just a little further south, this beautiful property that we're on, because we are so geeked for spring and planting, and we're building a fire pit in the backyard for rituals. I think we're going to get another tent so me and the kids can go outside in the backyard and sleep outside, and camp in our own backyard. That's the type of shit that, I bought a house for, so that the kids can experience that type of thing. But so this altar is very much in need of a drawer repair. I'm going to have Mark, who's all things extraordinary when it comes to building stuff. When I show you some of the shelving and things he's helped us put up in the work areas of the store in the last month, that has really changed things for us. But if anybody has a hack about getting these streaks off this cloudy mirror, white vinegar, circular buff spots with newspaper. I ain't got no newspaper. Yes, we gonna glamp. We gonna glamp. We ain't camping. We always glamping. Hell, the only place I didn't glamp was the Jevo. But yeah, we're gonna have mimosas and all kind of shit out there in the backyard, because that's a big thing with me, you all. I'm not rich, by any means, but I know that certain hard work and education has given me a certain amount of privilege where I can enjoy shit like that. And that's probably the biggest. Ooh, you got a pop-up camper? Oh, stop playing. It is, you know what I want to do, Mary? I want to actually, there's another gate on the side of my house, and it doesn't even accommodate a very large lawnmower, which really sucks when the lawn companies want to come to my house. I want to open up that gate, put in 2 doors instead of 1, so they can swing out, so we could drive something back there like my tiny house that I'm going to build. Yeah, so that is one idea, because it's made it really difficult to, like when I was putting the garden in back there, and he had to bring he drove his pickup truck onto the property, but he had to stop at the gate, and he had to use a wheelbarrow to get all the dirt out of the truck rather than just taking the truck to the back. So yeah, and we got the greenhouse back up in the basement post-flood 2017, whatever the hell that was. So we got the greenhouse going again. Shaving cream, regular shaving cream. Yeah, I just got to find some newspaper, because I don't know. I love the witchiness of the mirror. I love the cloudiness of the mirror. But the reality of it is, it's cloudy. So I'm getting ready to get some lemon oil. I'm going to get off. Joseph, I'm dusting the dead lady dresser, because I'm going to finally get myself a proper working altar in here. Because for years, when we ran the business out of this space, my working altar is this table that I'm sitting at. And if I had to have something going for a prolonged time, really, I just put it in my fireplace, which I will continue to do because safety and everything. But I have the ability to seal this whole room off. And for a lot of people who practice, that's something people don't have. Like when you got kids and pets, the reason why I cannot have nice things, y'all should see these chairs in my dining room. These leather chairs that Jezebel has torn asunder. I'm just very happy that I know how to sew. And at some point, I'm going to make some person's chair covers for all of them. Scratch that, bitch. But the chairs are still in great shape. Yes, right. Just trying to have, like my office is a creative space. I'm working on the intellectual altars in there, the people who drive my creativity that have gone before us. And so I've been working on it. I got that cleaned up. I haven't gotten it consecrated yet. But I'm about to sit down and polish up some silver. These were on Marie Laveau's altar, given to me, I believe. Oh man, I think Christopher gave me these, or Dakota. Somebody gave me, one of my clients gave me these with some lightning struck wood, and they were on Marie Laveau's altar, and they are silver. Unfortunately, the way her altar is, the depth of the shelf is, it's not safe to have them up there, but it's right next to her altar. So I love these because they're just so excellent for chime candles. I love these. I'm going to try to find these to sell at the store. And I'm going to put the electric incense burner over here and my various jar spells that I have. The funny thing is, I don't put nobody's name on it, so nobody knows who's in them. And I have some spell work that I have to do tomorrow, and I need a place to put the stuff. So I'm just like, you know what? Right now, I'm just going to try to get myself together. I just wanted to show y'all that I'm finally, because I'm proud of myself, that I'm able to, take a little bit of time and get this particular room together because it needs it. I really want to make this once again this glorious place that it was before we started working outside of the home, and really spend more time with my magic. I also think that depending, at least one of the 201 days that I teach may still be taught in here rather than in the store. I have to see how that goes. But definitely just, take us some time to get a better working space for my work, and for if my daughters want to do some spell work and things like that. And I can drape this mirror if I'm not inviting in particular entities that could come through the mirror, but the mirror being there is very helpful for calling certain entities to work. And it's really a beautiful piece. So I was really happy that I was finally getting around to, cleaning it up, all the herbs and roots and all the stuff and we just kind of came in here and started putting stuff on it. So once again, for the late arrivals, I was feeling full of myself and happy because for the first time in a year, I clean my altars in here all the time, but actually come into this room, and I love this dresser. It was left with the house. Like I said, the handles are shaped like testicles, but they're figs. The dressers all are in great condition. It's just that the supports for them are not. So I'm going to have to work to get that fixed. But we used to keep all of our herb overstock and everything in here and just really trick this out. I also think that this is an excellent place for product photography. This room has always given me really nice pictures. And what I've found is that taking pictures in the fluorescent lights of the store, they're not as nice. So when I make something or whatever and we want to do a really good picture, we have a really lovely backdrop in order to do it. The mirror, can be covered with anything as part of that backdrop. So there you go. So that's what I'm doing. I've got, my mason jar maps, my water pipes, my crystals, my jars that I'm working, and other types of spell work that I'm doing. And it really will give me a place on traditional witchcraft holidays, which sometimes coincide with Voodoo Festival. Sometimes they don't, to do a special altar for that. I considered moving my ancestor altar in here, but I have other plans for that. I I did divination. They're pretty happy where they are, and I'm pretty happy where they are in the family room with the family. Just a different setup, maybe. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling happy about myself. But what, oh, Danny, you said plain vinegar and a newspaper. That means I got to go find some newspaper somewhere. I wonder if I have any in the recycling bin. I don't subscribe to newspapers. So, yeah, I will catch all my news, read it online, pay for it online if I have to. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And I just figured I'd come, then me and the child, we're about to go run. Probably, I hated that I let the thrift stores close on me today because I think I could have found some really classy things. Like right now, I'm cleansing some crystals, right? I ain't got nothing to put them in because everything cute is at the store. So I went and got a ramekin, got me some salts. Now this is, God, I think this is ruby and kyanite, y'all. This was a big stone. This is the $89 stone. I can take the price tag off. And then the latest acquisition from the crystal guy is this big, beautiful piece of labradorite. And so they will be the inauguratory pieces that I put on what we affectionately named in this house the dead lady dresser. Because it looked like somebody, somebody who owned it is dead. Whoever owned this first is dead. So that's why we call it the dead lady dresser. But I love this thing. So let me go get this lemon oil. Let me stop running my mouth. And let me go and get in here. And, I'm really weird and eclectic. If you notice, I've paired it with pictures from IKEA of herbs and roots and spices. And I actually have these same pictures. I bought them and put them in white frames in the store. So, yeah. Let me go get the lemon oil and get the polish in this puppy. And I've already Florida watered and Murphy oiled it. And, go around my house and then go to my store. I'm going to go shopping in my own store and see what else I can find that would really make this nice. Like, for example, like I've got a statue of Grambois, which is also Saint Sebastian, and his bottle. And I really think I'll put him over here, because Grambois is our Loire for, the things that grow in the forest and all the herb medicine. So I think definitely I'll put his statue over here. I've got a couple 7-day candles here that I actually, and his bottle. I have his bottle here. And I actually have the 7-day candles that I use for divination when I divine at home. So those will come onto the altar. And yeah, I'm going to try not to junk it up, y'all. That's another thing. I really want to have a real working space for my private work at home. And so I'm going to do my best not to mess this up. And as we tend to do, I have some keys that are in, skeleton keys that are in a jar. I don't think I'm going to put the jar up, but I do think I'm going to lay the keys out in something lovely. I have a crystal grid here, which is actually not getting any use, that I bought years ago. I think I'm going to leave this one here and make a wood one for over there, because this one's made from acrylic. And while very nice, I'm going to make a wood one. And my nose is itching because of, I'm not picking my nose. I'm lying, y'all. My nose is itching because there's a lot of dust in here, okay? I picked that thing up. Oh, my God. Lots of dust. I'm allergic to dust. So I'm going to go in here and blow a nose. And now I'm going to go and finish this dresser. But in any case, you all take care. And I'm going to try what you said, Danny, about the plain vinegar and the newspaper. I just got to find some newspaper. And hopefully, prayerfully, oh, yes, my Haitian cauldron that I picked up when I was in Haiti, definitely going over here. And, and I'm looking at this now and I'm like, you don't need to go buy nothing else. You got all kind of stuff right here that was actually just sitting in different areas of the room that I can use. And that's another thing, you guys, repurpose, reuse. If you are a practitioner, you probably have a ton of things that you have accumulated over the years. Like, oh my God, look at this. I found this pretty bottle. I'm gonna go wash this bottle, clean it up, put me some concoction in it, and put it on the altar. I've got some pyrite and some... Ooh, that is pretty. Look what I just found in here, y'all. Some pyrite. As a matter of fact, I just told my daughter she needs a cabinet for her space. Look at this, y'all. This is a cabinet that actually was a CD holder, and we have a couple more of these at the store that we're actually probably going to bring back here. And this was what I held all my herbs and roots on, and my mistress at the voodoo store gave me this idea. So I'm going to actually clean this up. I'm going to get this statue and put this up. This was my sister's statue. She's a hairdresser. I'm going to make her take that back, and I'm actually going to clean that up, and I'm going to put all of her body butter making stuff on that shelf. See, I know I didn't have to spend no money to do this. I just needed y'all to talk me through it. See how that works? I got some citrine and I got some pyrite over here. And I've got lots of little shelves here that I can put to work. And I'm going to put these crystals right in here with these other ones and the salt and get them cleansed. And yeah, I've got some thunderstorm water. Yeah, I don't need shit else in this room, y'all. Okay, seriously. I've got some stuff, and I just have to. I want to make it look nice. I have like mason jar lamp, but I really need to make that, get that in a bigger mason jar. And whoa, I don't want to break that. And so I have a hurricane lamp here ready to go if I've ever got to do any lamp spells. Like I said, the jars that I'm working so that I don't have to like keep them in other places. I've got the candelabra. So yeah, all I probably need is a couple really cute dishes. There's a silver one at my store, but it's really big. I don't know if that's gonna work here. But yes, I'll let you know if I can get the mirror clean. I mean, if I can't, and that was not a reason for me to get rid of it in the first place. If I can't, but I'm just looking over here. I'm looking underneath the china cabinet, and I'm seeing boxes and stuff. Yeah, y'all, I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Take care now. Be blessed, and get inspired for your magical space. There are lots of things that you can be doing. I've got these little spindles that run across this mirror here, and I just got this most wonderful idea. I'm gonna go get some twine and string up some herbs that I'm drying now that this is all cleaned off. So I've got some rosemary and some thyme that I'm going to dry, and I'm just going to go get some twine. I think we brought it home already. We did. And make a nice string of those and hang those up here and make this really pretty. And I don't know, I'll probably put the thunderstorm water maybe in that cute little bottle there and get that out of here. I know what it is. Nobody else will know what it is. And move all of her stuff over here to this cabinet. So yeah, I got a game plan now. Thanks for walking me through it. You guys have a great day. I got to get my little figs, my little testicles put back on my dresser. I'm going to put this back in the dresser so I don't lose them. And you guys have a good evening, okay? Bye.